What's going on, friends and family? This is Terrence Manning. This is My Thoughts Uncut. Today, we're going to talk about Bernie Sanders and AOC at the CNN town hall. Here, they're going to try their best to discuss what's going on with the shutdown and why the shutdown is going on. And of course, they're going to blame conservatives, Republicans. But you're going to see at first that they don't really know what they're saying. They don't know how to answer certain questions. Let's see for yourself. Let's get to it, guys.
Senator Bobby Harms is joining us. She's a bartender from Horn Lake, Mississippi. She is a Democrat. She submitted her question via video.
A Democrat from Mississippi.
Indeed.
All right. There we go.
My American dream has turned into a nightmare. My family was only days away from closing on a USDA loan for our dream home. Then came news of the shutdown, and now we face uncertainty. Our lease is up, and now we have to move. The shutdown is costing us our chance to live our dream. What are you doing to end this stalemate and help restore faith in our elected officials, the people I help to choose to guard my American dream?
We're going to do everything that we can to bring an end to this terrible shutdown, which is hurting you and which is hurting 1 million federal employees and millions of people who use federal services. But also, we have got to be cognizant that if Trump wins this fight, our healthcare system.
See, Bernie didn't even answer the question. She asked him, "What would you do?" He said, "We're going to do everything we can." That's not details. I want to know details. What are you going to do to actually help us? A broad statement like that, "We're going to do everything we can." What does that mean? What? Hey, are you going to do better? Yeah, I'm going to do better. How are you going to do better? I just got to do better. I'm going to try my best. What does that mean? For those of you who don't believe me, listen to it again.
Then came news of the shutdown, and now we face uncertainty. Our lease is up, and now we have to move. The shutdown is costing us our chance to live our dream. What are you doing to end this stalemate and help restore faith in our elected officials, the people I help to choose to guard my American dream?
She asks, "What are you doing to end this stalemate?" That is the question.
We're going to do everything that we can to bring an end to this terrible shutdown, which is hurting you and which is hurting 1 million federal employees and millions of people who use federal services. But also, we have got to be cognizant that if Trump wins this fight, our healthcare system could well collapse and tens of thousands of people could die every single year.
Do you think Trump could win this fight?
That didn't answer the question.
But it's not, I don't want to look at it like a political fight. We're going to win it because the American people are on our side. If you are, or you're a Republican congresswoman, you're going to go back to your district and people are going to say to you, "Why are you doubling my insurance premiums? Why did you throw me off of health care?" That's a fight that Republicans are not going to win.
Well, and to Bobby's question, Representative, earlier you said that House Speaker Mike Johnson said he wants this shutdown to be one of the longest in history. I believe he said it could be one of the longest in history.
See, what they're being disingenuous about is there's 100 Senate members. 53 of them are Republicans. 47 of them are Democrats. In order to pass the funding bill, you need 60 votes. So therefore, Democrats have to vote yes to pass the funding bill. It's not up to just the Republicans. They don't have enough with just them alone. And that's where he's very disingenuous about. So it has to be a bipartisan agreement, which Democrats is holding this hostage. They're weaponizing the funding and the government shutdown because they want to spend money on illegal migrants. That is their main goal. Because this bill is the same bill that was passed before. This is when Biden, same thing. This bill was when Biden was last in office. So all they want is to spend that money on illegal migrants. That's why they're fighting so hard.
He was saying that more of a warning about how long it could go on. I don't think it was a threat. But I do think people want to know how long they should brace for this to potentially go on for. Do you think by Thanksgiving the government could still be shut down?
I mean, I would certainly hope not. My hope is that we're able to resolve this as quickly as possible. I'm ready to negotiate. Bernie's ready to negotiate. I mean, we are all open and ready to.
Is anyone actually negotiating
this.
right now?
No, but
Because we hear from
let
Republicans
me
and
reiterate
Democrats
one
on that.
point. Republicans aren't in town. How do you
House
negotiate with
Republicans.
people who refuse even to show up to do their job? They're on vacation for what, a month now?
Yes. House Republicans have been on vacation for over.
Another disingenuous statement. They've been trying to vote on this funding bill numerous times. They tried 10 times already to vote on it. The last of which was October 15th or 16th. I believe it was 16th. So that's another lie. They've been trying to pass the bill. Each time, Democrats overwhelmingly have been saying no. There's only been 3 Democrats who actually said yes, but that's not enough. They need more Democrats to pass the bill, but they don't want to do it.
Republican senators are here, and House Speaker Mike Johnson, we've had him on. He said, we've done our job. We passed the clean CR in the House. It's now up to the Senate to make these negotiations.
They need to pick up a phone, Caitlin. They need to pick up a phone.
You see, she pick up a phone. She didn't even respond to what Caitlin said. Caitlin literally said they passed the bill in the House. Now it's the Senate, and basically you guys are stalling. Her response is they need to pick up a phone.
They're saying that they're doing all this work. They are twiddling their thumbs and talking to each other. It is actually an unconscionable abdication and refusal to work. They refuse. I've never seen people who hate working so much in my life. I mean, genuinely, they won't even pick up the phone. They won't. If I were Mike Johnson, you should be in that office negotiating with Hakeem Jeffries.
See, here's the thing. They have been working. And what Trump and his administration has done is they actually used the DOD existing funds to pay the military. They've also used tariff revenue to pay for the WIC program. They're not really talking about that. Women, Infant, Children program. So I'm not sure why they're saying they're not working. This is what the Trump administration have been doing in spite of Democrats holding up the fund. Another just disingenuous comment. And I'm going to show you guys what the Democrats have been doing. They call work.
Every damn day until we reopen this government. And any day that you don't do that is a failure. It is a failure. And until there is accountability for people who refuse to work, then we're going to continue to be in this cycle. So, you know, in the Senate, the Senate Majority Leader is John Thune. He should be negotiating with Chuck Schumer. President Trump should be having congressional leaders in the White House. Do you see that every day? No, you don't, because they're playing golf and they're going to Mar-a-Lago, and the House and Republicans in the House have been on vacation for weeks now. We are here in Washington, D.C. We are ready to work. We are ready to strike a deal. We're not here to just be my way and the highway about everything, but we're...
That's exactly what they're doing. It's their way or the highway. They're not trying to negotiate or anything like that. So I don't know why she's saying that. It's literally my way or the highway. It's either you give us the money for illegal migrants or we're not dealing. That's what they're doing.
What we're also not going to accept is the complete collapse of the American healthcare system, so that just because the Republican Party has decided to take 1 million federal workers hostage.
Can I ask you on that? Because you before have said a government...
And before Caitlin asks the other question, I'm going to show you what happened to Chuck Schumer the last time he voted yes on the funding, which was back in March of this year. After he did that, his own people did this to him. Look at that. And this is from the Washington Examiner. This guy got torched by the Democratic Party. They were pissed at him. They did not like the fact that he said yes to continuing the funds back in March. The big, beautiful bill. They did not like that. They want Americans to suffer. They don't care about us. They don't care about you. All right, let's get back to what Caitlin was going to ask AOC.
federal workers hostage.
Can I ask you on that, because you before have said a government shutdown is like hostage taking when it comes to paychecks, because you came into office actually during a government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history. So what would you say to Republicans who say you're doing the hostage taking this time?
She didn't know how to answer. Look, she's dumbfounded. She did not expect that question. She has no idea how to answer. Let's watch this again.
Who's actually during a government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history. So what would you say to Republicans who say you're doing the hostage taking this time?
Once again, pick up the phone. They need to pick up the phone. And it's not hostage taking if they refuse to clock in.
So you say before, hey, we can't have a government shutdown. We don't want people to suffer. Now the roles are reversed. And Caitlin asked a question. Well, now Republicans are saying we don't want to shut down. But now you're saying, no, we want to shut down.
Right? And
Doing the hostage taking this time.
once again, pick up the phone.
Pick up
They
the
need
phone.
to pick up the phone. And
Pick
it's
up
not
the pieces.
hostage taking if they refuse to clock in.
Oh
right?
my God.
We're all clocked in. We're all clocked in to do the job. They're not even here. They're not even here. And so it's not hostage taking as much as the fact is they refuse to show up and do the job.
Once again,
Guys, I don't know what she was saying just now. She didn't answer the question. She just kept saying, pick up the phone. That's got to be a meme in the future. Pick up the phone. Now let's go to Live Now with Fox and show you exactly what the Democratic Party is doing when they state that they're actually doing their job.
As we do have some of the representatives that are locked in arms here inside the Capitol. They are holding signs, and I do want to lift up the audio just so we can listen in.
They're saying swear her in. So they did this when nobody was in the building, and it was after hours. They knew no one would be in the building, and they're chanting swear her in. They're not chanting anything about passing the bill, US citizens, the military, people not getting paid. They're talking about their own future congressman or woman being sworn in, which I don't know what that has to do with anything that's going on right now. What is this?
Of this is taking place right now outside of the office of House Speaker Mike Johnson. All of this is because of the election of Arizona's newest member of Congress. Now, essentially, lawmakers there, Democratic lawmakers, are calling on her to actually be introduced there, to be sworn in to her new office. And again, all of
Guys, this is their priority, to swear in another person into Congress. That is what they're marching, protesting for inside of the office. That's Mike Johnson's office over there, Speaker of the House. That is their main concern. Not you, not us, not the American people. This is a demonic party Hopefully you guys wake up and see the Republicans are for the people. They want less government. They want to mind their business and let you guys make as much money as you want. They're not for socialism. They're not for men and women's bathrooms. Let me know what you guys think about the AOC Bernie Sanders town hall. Let me know if you agree with Bernie Sanders and AOC. Let me know if you disagree or agree with me. Thanks again, guys. Like, subscribe for that YouTube algorithm, and I see you next time.